This one hasn't been updated since the season started.
So this is just
although at this rate,
a general discussion about who we believe is the closest to being in the Hall of Fame on the active roster.
In a way, yes.
Rudy, what if I just got on here for the Cubs and I was like James Trintos?
I mean, I don't know who else.
So there's two guys that are no longer on the active roster. Otherwise, and there's one that if I would change it out, I would, but I'm not going to.
If you disagree, you can go to New York and fight Peyton personally. He will give you his address.
Yep. No, we're actually Benji's gonna flash Peyton's address right here on the bottom of the screen. Woo!
There are two players at the top. One of them is now retired. The other one is kind of not retired.
It's Zach Greinke and somebody else.
Zach Greinke and someone else want to say the other person?
Is it Charlie Blackmon?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Matt Carpenter?
No.
That makes more sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's.
I like how in the top right it goes in decreasing order of people I respect. That's a good ranking.
Wow.
Jesus, man. Basically, if Greinke had signed for any team that's, let me not mention the team. If Greinke had signed for any team, he would probably be on this somewhere. If Joey Votto had been called up by the Blue Jays, he would have been the Blue Jays.
It's interesting because I think at the beginning of the season saying, it was pretty reasonable to be surprised that the Royals didn't give him a deal. And given how things ended up with the Royals having the best starting pitching core in baseball, I think it's reasonable enough that they decided they wanted to move on. Yeah, I said what I said.
I don't agree with that, but
Seattle would like to call.
Yeah, Seattle's ringing in my room as we speak, dude. We're going to start with the Orioles. No bias from Drew here because I know he's going to have some horrible things to say about the person I'm going to say, but it's Adley Rutschman. And I don't think it's particularly an argument.
So again, quick reminder that this was created at the start of the season.
Craig Kimbrell?
Yep.
That would have been.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did forget. Yeah, but he'll go in as a Brave.
But he was an Oriole.
So it's not necessarily.
Yeah, I got you.
All
right, Kimbrell's fair.
We're piecing together the things.
Current roster, I'd still Adley, I think.
I mean, that's fair.
Is Burns already at the roster or no?
What?
I don't think Burns is going to be a Hall of Famer.
All right.
I might say Gunnar over Adley.
I'm on the Gunnar too. I think
Burns has 21 career WAR and he's going to be 30.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm with you there. I'm with you.
Too many injuries.
Fair.
I'm on like purely based on trajectory though. I agree with Drew. I'm on the Gunnar over Adley
train.
Yeah,
I was definitely concerned about what happened with Adley's bat this year, and Gunnar has only been.
Well, listen. I'm willing to put this on the record. He played with a broken hand from July on, Adley, and it's really obvious when he got hurt. And so I think that when we talk about Hall of Fame trajectory and all that, that can easily be wiped away with him just bouncing back.
Yeah, if he comes out next year and is great, there's
also worth mentioning. Worth mentioning, this was like, everyone was like, wow, he was brutal in the second half, like, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. He still had 3 WAR. Yeah. So I think especially with catcher versus shortstop, the barrier of entry for a shortstop. Wow. Speaking of shortstops, Lindor.
All right. Calm down.
We'll get to the Mets in a minute.
Put on a new pair of pants, Carson.
Wow, dude. I mean, smooth with it. Oh, good Lord.
Noted not Gold Glove finalist.
Not to discount Adley, but for the sake of discussion, how long is he a primary catcher?
Through his age 30 season.
And how much does that factor into the decision? So that's 4 more years.
He's Joe Mauer. He will have a Joe Mauer career. He will be the Mr. Oriole, where Orioles fans, much like Twins fans, will remember him as a catcher, even though he wasn't really the back half of his career. And He'll hit for average, hit for decent power, and like he'll just be, a part of that franchise for 15 years. That's why I think he has that Hall of Fame path, because Gunnar could leave in free agency. When I think about who's going to be like an Orioles, who's going to go in the Hall of Fame as a Baltimore Oriole, Adley was the linchpin of this era of competitiveness starting. And so I just think that what he represents for the franchise and everything, they're going to make the investment in him. And like, I don't know, how do I nicely say Salvador Perez if he was a lot better without it sounding mean? I just mean Sal was like shockingly competent defensively this year, right?
Yeah,
like,
he was fine. He was like 0 as a framer.
Yeah, but that's massive.
Really, really good.
Ask Rudy how good of a
exactly.
defender Salvador Perez was when he was like 28.
Oh yeah. I know.
understand.
He's like the lowest framing runs of any catcher in history since they've started recording framing runs.
He's evil Yadier Molina. I love it. I love how they just they.
And you know what? You know what? He's going to make the Hall anyway.
He's not making the Hall of Fame. Salvador Perez is not making the Hall of Fame, bro. He's not making it. He's not making it on like the writer's ballot, maybe Veterans Committee, but he's not making the Hall of Fame.
I mean, if he does this for like 3 more years, you never know. Maybe he can get
What does he have?
rejected.
Dude, he's got what, like 20 WAR? He has 18 Fangraphs WAR. Yeah, fucking good night, buddy. Yeah, thanks for playing, man. I'm all right.
Thank you for playing.
So anyway, speaking of
He
playing,
has 1,000 career hits. I'm okay.
Does he really only have 1,000?
He has 1,002 hits.
He has 1,571. Where the fuck are you reading from?
I literally just saw 1,002. That's singles.
He's going to retire.
Singles.
He's going to retire with 2,000 hits and 300 home runs from a catcher. It's not out of the question.
Yeah, but like Jorge Posada isn't in the Hall of Fame, and he did almost that while also hitting like career 298 or something, and having like 5 rings.
There's enough Yankees in the Hall of Fame, so that's okay.
Speaking of Yankees in the Hall of Fame, let's continue.
Yeah, okay. White Sox.
Jerry Reinsdorf.
Grady Sizemore.
Actually, I'm gonna give a cheeky answer to this because of the news we saw today. Post the Athletic article right here, editor. Now give yourself a heart and kisses for doing such a good job. Thank you so much. An ownership group headed by Dave Parker could be buying the Chicago White Sox. So I will give a cheeky Dave Parker answer because he technically might be the owner of the White Sox within the next little bit here.
I guess the real answer is probably Crochet. Like
yeah,
I had a year that you would think fits in the career of a Hall of Fame.
Who do they have that's insanely old and is just like rotting away? Martin Maldonado.
Who said it? Who said he has to be extremely old?
I don't know. The White Sox don't have any like actually like Hall of Fame level players.
Who's not awful on the?
Andrew Benintendi for the College Baseball Hall of Fame. Golden Spikes winner.
I guess it's Luis Robert.
No, he's too old and he's never healthy. He has no shot. Listen,
if it was made before this year, was it Dylan Cease?
The answer's literally on the board right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it is Lou Bob.
That's outrageous. So had Cease been traded when you made this?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're less out of your mind for that. Then.
Yeah, and Crochet hadn't broken out, so I guess it's literally just him. Like, there's literally no other option on that roster.
Tommy Pham might have the most WAR of any. No, it's Benintendi. Astros, it's Altuve. It's Verlander.
Yeah.
Verlander is first ballot, like without a doubt. Verlander is more of a Hall of Famer than Altuve is. They're both Hall of Famers.
Yeah, you're right. Verlander I kind of forgot Verlander was on their roster because he isn't on the playoff roster.
Like Verlander, in my opinion, I can like start that. Like Verlander is like better than Kershaw.
Obviously, yes.
I don't agree with that. Clayton Kershaw has the lowest career ERA of anybody ever.
Yeah, I mean, when you make 16 starts a year after you turn 27, it's pretty fucking easy to have a 2.5 ERA because you get 5 against the Rockies at home every year. But Altuve, also a good answer. I mean, yeah, Bregman's going to have an interesting Hall of Fame candidacy if he stays in Houston, honestly.
Yeah.
Also note that the player picture that I have has the cap that I think he'll go in as. Verlander, I have no idea.
Tigers cap. Gotta be a Tigers cap.
I don't know.
Yeah, he won an MVP as a pitcher on the Tigers. I think it has to be the Tigers.
Would the Detroit lob him a cheeky 1-year deal next year? Because he said he wants to play in 25.
I wouldn't
put it past them.
Neither would I, but they might be too.
They might be in like trying to win mode. I'm saying
as a 5 starter to like eat innings to preserve that bullpen, like you can just.
Well, you have to stay healthy innings, like.
Yes, but like I would for like 10 mil, I'd take that gamble.
Yeah,
I can see it,
especially because it's no risk because it's not like you're committing. Like if they go get Minaya, then like they're locking away a starting position, a starting rotation slot. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's not a bad insurance policy, especially with all the injuries that guys like Manning and Mize have had.
True.
Also, tell me that's not going to drum up like excitement and sell tickets and jerseys if you bring for.
That's true.
If he said it's my last year and I want to come back to try to help Detroit get a World Series, come on, bro.
They'd do it, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And like, I would take the shot because they're not paying anybody. So like, what's 10 mil? What's 10 mil for?
No, it's for 1 year.
Yeah.
Braves are next.
Yeah. Chris
Sale. Maybe. Dude. Okay, so you guys know that joke where it's like, is Andrew Heaney a good pitcher? And it's like, the Reddit moderator has locked this like comment section after like 10,000 comments. That's how I feel about Chris Sale in the Hall of Fame. This Cy Young Award he's going to win, which he's going to win it unanimously, has made him a phenomenally interesting Hall of Fame candidacy.
I think he'll make it.
I think he's got it, yeah.
I think he's going to make it. I think he's definitely not first ballot, but I think he's probably like first 5 years.
What's he missing as far as the Hall of Fame is concerned? Like,
because he has a World Series,
counting stats.
The longevity.
Yeah, the issue, Rudy, is that he's a peak. His peak is like Adam Wainwright, where it's like, oh yeah, there's a lot of third place Cy Young finishes.
Cy Young 6, Cy Young 5, Cy Young 3, Cy Young 4, Cy Young 5, Cy Young 2.
But coming back and winning it after
doing it at 35. He is also over 50 Baseball Reference WAR.
I mean, he's 40 innings short of 2,000.
Yeah. Well, and also let's not forget he does have 12 saves.
People forget
54 F4.
Okay, he might be in. Yeah, he might be in because of this year.
Yeah,
I think I'll take him.
If you're counting wins, I don't know. If you're counting wins,
I'm not counting wins. I was just thinking more about
you are.
Yeah, but they might.
Voters are.
Oh, I was thinking. You know what? Honestly, he's less than 600 strikeouts away from 3,000. If he can get to 3,000 strikeouts, I think that's going to be a good that's his round number.
Yeah, that wraps it up.
If he gets to 150 wins,
years, I'm not sure he has 2.5 to 3 healthy years worth of pitching. Like even if that doesn't come in 3 years, I don't know if he has that much left in him.
There's like there's a statistic that basically assigns a value to you being like a Cy Young finalist. And he and Wainwright and then Sale used to be until this year, obviously, were like top 2 and had like cumulative Cy Youngs. Like it was something where it was like Chris Sale has so many like top 5 finishes. It is as though he has 2 Cy Youngs. It is like how much value he'd accumulated, but
he also now has the pitching triple crown too. We didn't mention that at all.
Yeah. Oh, and he'd probably be a lot closer to 200 wins if he didn't pitch for the White Sox.
That's one of the first things I ever DM'd the man I mentioned earlier about. I was like, y'all fucked Chris Sale's Hall of Fame candidacy because that brother was going 7-9 for you every year.
Honestly, he wasn't going 7-9. He was going like 12-4, and just getting a ton of no decisions.
How many more wins do you think he picks up? I mean, because there were 5 years where he was like truly pitching full seasons in Chicago. He gets what, 20 to 30 more wins if he's on a winning team for that time. I don't know.
Not
Carson,
even winning.
In 2014, he actually did go 12-4 with a 2.17 ERA.
That's so fucking disgusting.
From 2012 to 2016.
I thought you were actually reading off his page when you said 12-4. That was crazy.
That was a guess.
So from 2012 to 2016, he pitched 1,015 innings, a 3.04 ERA, and 70-47 record for the White Sox.
Oh God, that's malpractice, dude.
133 ERA plus.
I get that pitcher wins is not.
He's at 138 wins. He could be at 200 right now.
Yeah.
Or at least 185, 180 something.
It's a 5-year span. You think that he's really going to come away on a competent team with 100 wins in 5 years? That is a high bar.
Probably not, but
40.
He had 40 in 2013. In 2013, he went 11-14 with a 3.07 ERA.
That is true.
That
is true.
Also, Rudy, you got to remember when he broke into the league, that was still when pitchers had a lot more decisions than they do now. So if he was on a good team, he would have had a lot more wins.
The only reason he went 17 and 10 2016 is because he had 6 complete games.
That was back in the day when you turn a playoff series on and it'd be and now pitching for the Angels, John Lackey. Lackey went 17-14 this season. And it's Jesus Christ, they just let that guy go.
Yeah, 31 decisions.
Here, be free.
Guys had years like that, right? I mean, you
were getting a win or a loss. There were no decisions.
You go back at the start of I don't know, Lance Lynn's career, right? Even Lance Lynn started his career 18-7, 15-10, 15-10, 12-11, 11-10, 17-10, 16-11.
Lance Lynn had multiple 17 win seasons. You think Chris Sale couldn't have 20 wins in he couldn't average 18 wins in over a 5-year span?
Lance Lynn has a save?
Averaging 18 over 5 years is a lot.
In his first year.
Yeah.
How many guys have actually...
Shout out, Lance Lynn did get a ring.
This
is an interesting one.
Dansby?
I will say the star is a little bit misleading.
Dansby?
The only reason I gave this player is that's going to give to him.
Can I say Seiya Suzuki?
No, that's
no.
Well,
Bellinger.
That's
the Hall looks very interestingly upon international players, and I think that Suzuki has an interesting argument because he had like a 140 WRC plus this year. He was a really good hitter. And he's what is 31? He's got time to
I think he might be younger than that.
He's got some time to accumulate.
He just turned 30.
Yeah. Suzuki
turned 30 in August.
If Suzuki ends up with 30, 35 WAR and he is viewed as one of
the 200, 250 homers,
I think he'd have an interesting haul.
He's not going to have 250. He's a 20 homer season guy. Is the thing.
So give it 10 years in the bigs,
and that's 200 homers.
Yeah, but you give or take a couple. Also, guys,
and you don't know if he's going to be playing for the Cubs forever. He might end up going to the Astros or something where he can be a 30 home run a year guy.
Or he could sign with the Mariners and become a 12 home run a year guy.
12? Might be pushing a little bit there with the brother.
I don't know. Cubs, I don't know. I think Seiya has maybe an interesting, similar the way that the White Sox, with Jose Abreu has a fascinating Hall of Fame candidacy to me.
I don't think he has a case because his biggest accolade is a Mickey Mouse shortened season MVP.
But it's also just oh my God. We have
just one last caveat that I have to announce. Every single player here had to have played at least one major league game before this season.
So if we want to skip to the Giants right after this one.
Yeah, okay. Let's just do that. Let's just do that one now. It's Buster Posey.
Fair enough. Well, I mean,
he's currently with the organization.
He didn't play a major league game for him last season.
He wasn't with the organization when this list was made, so
that's true.
Blake Snell?
No.
I think
no. Logan Webb?
It is.
That might even be. Look at him, guy. That's my glorious king right there.
He's 27.
Yeah, Logan Webb is a case.
He's turning 28 in a month. So,
well, his birthday's after August 1st, so that's it's his age 28 season next year.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, like this early in his career, but I think if he keeps up the trend with pitching, like leading the National League in innings every year and staying healthy, I think he's got a shot.
Yeah. Because I think this year was right about like a 50th percentile outcome, where it's just like he was who he was. Like he didn't outperform anything, he didn't underperform anything. Where he was just like a 3-3 guy, where he's very, very good, but he's not quite Cy Young. But he's going to have a season where he hits 95th percentile result.
And when they put a competent defense behind him all the time, and it's going to help his case a little bit. Have a good
We didn't do the Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks.
Yeah, we did.
Corbin Carroll?
Corbin Carroll, yeah.
Zach Gallen.
Christian Walker.
Did you put Christian Walker?
No, we mentioned him earlier.
It's Gallen.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll say, let's
see you guys.
Can't hate it.
Have fun with
after this year, maybe it's Ketel Marte.
Maybe.
If he has a renaissance at second base specifically, yeah, maybe. My whole thing with Carroll is like the shoulder shit is concerning.
Yeah.
It just is from a long-term projection standpoint.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Cannot disagree. Okay, Red Sox.
It's Devers for sure.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, dude.
Do the Red Sox have somebody old?
Rafael Devers will be at Rafi will be at like 30 WAR during his age 28 season. Like,
listen, that's cool and all, but there is someone that has a higher chance of getting in first.
No one at catcher, no one at first base, no one at second base, no one at shortstop. Rafi plays third. Left field, no. Center field is Duran. Right field, nope. No starting pitcher. They don't have a reliever. Oh, Kenley.
Oh, yeah.
Ta-da.
We did forget about Kenley Jansen. Yeah, Kenley will make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Cleveland's J-Ram. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Cleveland's J-Ram is J-Ram.
Peyton, I want to take a second to acknowledge that the implication with Bellinger being the Cubs guy and being on here in a Cubs hat is that he will perform so well with the Cubs that's what gets him.
That's
what has happened.
He has to, yeah. Like if he's getting into the Hall of Fame, he can't just be the Dodgers guy.
True,
but it's not happening.
Cleveland. These next two are 4 seconds. Jose Ramirez and Mike Trout.
Yeah,
under the Marlins. This is a crazy one.
Xavier Edwards.
No, real answer. We're forgetting because he's on the shelf. Sandy.
Yeah.
I actually didn't put Sandy. Where is?
And that's what I was.
Who did you put?
Is it a hitter?
There's two stars there for a reason.
Yeah.
Is it a hitter?
This guy is a Marlin anymore.
What did you say, Josh Bell? What did you?
No, he's a Marlin.
Okay.
Jake Berger.
No.
Ryan De La Cruz.
No.
Jesus Sanchez. Jazz Chisholm. Did you put
Sixto?
Jazz Chisholm for this?
Sixto?
No. He said he's still a Marlin.
Fatso Sanchez. Still a Marlin.
That's way too long.
Dude, I don't care. I'm pulling up Marlins roster resource.
Yeah,
I'm very comfortable admitting Peyton got this wrong if he didn't put it as Sandy. Okay. Here's their current. This is their projected opening day lineup. Xavier Edwards, small sample size, we don't know yet. Connor Norby was not on the team at the start of 2024. You said it's not Jake Berger. You said it's not Jesus Sanchez. Jonah Bride, no. Griffin Conine hadn't debuted yet. Otto Lopez, ass. Kyle Stowers, traded for. Nick Fortes, ass.
I'm just watching this for Peyton to bring up one of the guys you mentioned on the graphic in the middle of you listing off all these.
Jesus Luzardo, ass. Just kidding. He's not ass, but he's hurt.
Wait.
What did you put? Like
is
Jesus
it Luzardo?
Tinoco?
No.
Yuri Perez?
There we go. Actually, that's makes sense.
All right, fine.
So now you know where the standard is for 2 stars.
Well, he's good. He got TJ really early. Reds, Hunter Green.
Yeah, Hunter Green.
Bam.
Yeah.
Nothing like the.
Not quite.
We're going to be really
Ellie?
careful with and load management.
Yeah.
Rockies,
Blackman.
Ezekiel Tovar.
The Rockies one doesn't have a star.
Chris Bryant.
If it was Tovar, it would have started. It is solely for just because I
past pedigree. You put Bryant.
Yeah.
He is an MVP.
Rosie's on a vacation far away. Sorry, we're talking about Blackman. Cover up and talk it over.
Yankees is interesting because I think it's probably the first guy to get inducted is probably Stanton.
No, it's Garrett Cole, bro.
No, but Stanton's going to get in and he's going to retire before Cole.
I don't think Stanton will get in before Cole will. I'm serious.
Stanton's going to get to 400.
I don't care. He's not going to get in on the first 5 ballots. And Garrett Cole is a first ballot.
So quick. Okay, you know what that. So here's the thing about the Yankees.
Wait,
Giancarlo Stanton looked like he was done before the year started.
Yeah,
so there's that. The thing with Cole is that looking at his numbers when I did this, it did not look like if you.
He was fresh.
Hold on. Let me play.
Hold on.
I'm gonna let you finish, player. I'm gonna let you finish. Rudy, how Yankees fan is this, by the way? Garrett Cole fresh off the Cy Young, and Peyton's looking us in the fucking eyes and going, I just wasn't good enough.
At the start of the year, he was at 40 B-WAR, I believe. He's sure. We're just using the word that's likely to be looked at. He is 33, right? My guess was that he was not going to put up 20 WAR the rest of his career. That was my guess, and that's why I left him off.
Okay.
So it's just.
Here's the thing about Garrett Cole. He has 120 innings of postseason ball which has a better ERA than WHIP than his career regular season pitching number is.
Yeah.
He is a playoff god. He is. And when you think about Hall of Fame voting and what matters for that shit, it's about what separates good from great. How do you perform when shit matters? He has the most impressive playoff resume of any elite starting pitcher of this generation. It's better. It's certainly better than Kershaw's.
Wheeler is the only guy who can compete with him.
And Wheeler doesn't have the volume that Cole does.
Yeah, and Wheeler doesn't have a ring yet.
Yeah.
I'm just saying to think about. He is Cole.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He will this year.
Oh my God! I'm not endorsing that nonsense. But no, it's Garrett Cole. It's Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole says
so the picture is going to be of Judge, I assume.
No.
For the same reason I didn't put Cole, I didn't put Judge.
Huh? So is it
Soto?
I guess it's okay.
All right.
Interesting. I mean, Soto's basically as sure of a lock as you can get, but I think the Yankees will have multiple guys go in before him.
Tigers, Javi Baez.
Yeah, I didn't even have to say it.
Scooble?
No, School hadn't broken out yet. Oh,
yeah.
He hadn't broken out yet. That's why he has a star.
I was gonna guess you would have picked Riley Green. Because
that's what I was thinking before.
He had displayed some success, but just hadn't been healthy yet, and he's younger.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to put before.
A's Brent Rooker, come on, he had a good 2023. Show me Brent.
JP Sears.
He's about to be 30. No.
Don't fucking laugh at JP Sears like that ever again, dude. Respect an innings eater, bro. Respect an innings eater.
Miller breakout.
Did you put Zach Geloff for this because he had a really good 2023 in a limited sample? Okay.
Lawrence Butler, Shea Langoliers.
Daryl Hernandez.
No.
Miguel Andujar.
Oh my God, no. Peyton, you should have put Andujar, though. That would have been such a good bit. Oh, Drew, there's so many layers to the Miguel Andujar comment you just made. Peyton, I'd have fucking pissed my pants if you just been like, obviously. If you just been like, duh. Of course I put Andujar. Like, if you'd put no stars either, it was like, it's Andujar.
Sure, lock, yeah. First ballot.
Estuary Ruiz. No way.
Is it a Sturry? Holy shit.
Come on. It's not a Sturry, dude. That's what you do to your drink.
Estuary? It's
Estuary.
No, but it's EU. EURY.
I'm telling you, brother.
Estuary.
It's ESTEU.
Yes.
Yeah.
Estuary. Show me Francisco Lindor and we move on, please. Thank you. Pookie Bear.
Where's
oh
no, Scherzer was traded already.
I mean, yeah, sure. But
I didn't have a Lindor picture. I don't know why.
I've got it. I have some if you need one. We had like a brunch date over the weekend. It was Brewers and lying to their fan base. Can we put that? That's the Hall of Fame.
No, it can't be William Contreras.
Why not?
Sal Frelick. No, Corbin Burns. Was Corbin Burns a?
Corbin Burns, I think, was traded
by the time.
Yeah, he was traded.
Freddie Peralta.
There's no stars here.
Brandon Woodruff. You did not put Yelich right here.
Are you a Christian Yelich believer in that way? I don't know.
Oh, dude. He's got Larry Bird's back. He's got Larry Bird's back now, by the way. Not Larry Bird like late 80s, early 90s. He has Larry Bird's back now.
All right. Dodgers is Mookie.
Well, it's yeah.
Or Freddie or Kershaw.
Kershaw, dude.
I think it's probably Kershaw because he's going to go in first. Or Ohtani.
Yes,
yeah, it's Kershaw.
Yeah. The Rays were so...
Man, Tampa... Wait, Peyton, when did you make this again?
Is it Isak?
Before the season.
Yeah, I think it's
again.
So Randy.
Yeah, there you
go. I don't know why you'd put a star there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know about a star.
He's young. Please tell me you didn't put Salvi.
Putting a star next to and not putting a star next to Bobby is.
Would he have done Bobby?
I'm saying
Seth Lugo.
So
if there's no star, it's probably Sal Perez.
So no, I am going to say one of those answers is correct. Salvi
it's got to be Bobby Witt. You really put Salvi over Bobby Witt? Bobby Witt's already got more WAR, dude.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, thank God. Well, I just saw no star, and I was thinking the only older guy that they have who's good is Salvi.
So Carson has a thing where he thinks my scoring systems are arbitrary. This one, I will say, is arbitrary.
Okay.
Very much.
I guess it's just like he's already established himself. J-Rod?
Hold on. No, excuse me. Julio!
Or it could be Luis Castillo.
Julio.
No, it's not.
It's Peyton, bro. It's Julio. Come on.
Okay.
And it's also like it's me. Diamond Dodgers is very, very pro Julio Rodriguez.
He's very handsome.
Dude, yeah.
Sources are telling me the score isn't though.
Dude, there is no reason for that dude to have like a fucking shredded 8-pack too. Like it's outrageous. Like, all right, dude. Like, thanks.
Phillies is Harper.
That's Bam Bam.
Speaking of shredded 8-packs, Phillies is Bryce Harper.
Or Wheeler?
Speaking of shredded 8-packs, Kyle Schwarber.
I'm talking like 2015 Bryce Harper Sports Illustrated cover.
He's probably still the body issue.
Yeah.
Pirates.
If this was after the season, it would be Skeens, but I guess it's probably Kutch.
Yeah, I'm a Kutch on.
Yeah, it's Kutch, dude.
It is.
Kutch is making the Hall of Fame.
I hope so. I love Kutch.
Kutch, unlike Kutch, yeah.
If this was about
Padres is Manny Machado.
It is.
Yeah.
What's speaking?
It's easy to.
Brief aside, given the whole International Players Hall of Fame discussion, what's the status on you, Darvish?
Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Hall of Fame.
He's close.
He ushered in the modern era of players from Japan, like that kind of era of that. I think he ushered in like that next wave of how the posting system and how the agent.
I'd say he and Tanaka were the two.
Yeah. I think Darvish is a Hall of Famer. Look at what he did this playoffs, bro. Like,
yeah, he was amazing.
And bar 20.
His bag is so deep.
Pitching for any team other than the Dodgers, he's been incredible his entire career.
And yeah, exactly. Bar 2018, you're looking at now 13 consecutive years of Darvish being like a solid, productive pitcher.
And I'll be honest, I think he's got and with that Padres contract, it'll be 15 years of being a good player. And you cook in the fact that he was a pioneer of the game. And I think you have a very
he had insane production in Japan before he came over.
I think you have a very easy. To me, it's. I'm getting close to saying it's open and shut for me for him being a Hall of Famer. That's
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all.
Because I mean,
Blue Jays
would Blue Jays be Joey Votto?
No, he didn't play. He didn't play
right. He was in the top right. He was in
show
the top
me,
right.
show me Vlad Jr.
That would be correct.
Come on now.
Yeah.
He got back on track for the Hall of Fame this year. God.
He had a great season.
He finally figured out,
maybe I should pull the ball in the air.
I can pull the ball in the air enough to hit enough home runs, and then they'll fear me.
So and then also hit 320.
Yeah, so they'll give me the cheesy shit on the outside I can take the other way for a double. Awesome. It's also so funny to watch him hit a double because it's like, I'm going to park this 121 off the wall in right center. And it's like, dude, just like, all right, man.
Yeah, he's a freak.
What's the 342 BABIP from Vladdy this year? Is that just him crushing the ball?
Yes.
He just hits the ball so hard.
It's really easy to have a high BABIP when you're like parking shit off the wall on the regular.
Yeah, no, for sure. But he's also slow.
Worth mentioning as well that when he hit 311 or whatever, like 310 in 2021, his BABIP was like ran really close to that. He's always run a BABIP pretty close to his batting average. So he got for that season. So maybe you could say he got a little bit lucky this year, but like, I think probably 310, if you want to be like really harsh, he maybe hit 310, but that's still a,
300 hitter with 30 home runs. Like that's still incredible.
Peyton, you put a star, so that means you are a silly banana and didn't put Carlos Correa.
Buxton.
Is that a silly thing? No.
That is a silly thing to do. He has 40 WAR at age 29.
Big cheater.
So
Correa feels very easy for me for the Twins.
Is this being optimistic about Royce's health? How old is Royce Lewis now?
24.
Oh,
I mean, there's still time for Royce Lewis to be good, but he has to prove that he can play more than 30 games a season.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say that was a silly banana.
Is Byron Buxton about to show up on my screen right now?
No.
Pablo Lopez? Insert clip of Brian.
What did you say?
The answer is Royce Lewis.
Carrera was on pace for like a career year.
I'm conceding that I'm silly banana. So.
Because here's the thing. Carlos Correa played 90 games this year and had 4 WAR. Because he's a great defender as well. So he's going to be able to accumulate value even when missing time occasionally. The counting stats might not all be there, but to me, I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer because with his contract as well, he's locked up what could be all the way through 2032. So I think he's going to accumulate enough and he'll be able to stockpile and get to 50. He'll have over 50 WAR before he's not 33 good anymore. Yeah. He'll be at 50 WAR before he hits like that mid 30s. And then maybe he ends with 55, 56, 57 career WAR as a shortstop.
Yeah. At the very least, he has an argument.
how is he going to be looked on as probably the most egregious offender of the cheating scandal, though?
He wasn't, though. That's the thing.
Most egregious.
He didn't hit the buzzer the most, though.
The most egregious were guys like fucking Josh Reddick and shit.
Yeah.
Marvin Gonzalez.
Well, okay, but
yeah.
as guys that are Hall of Fame
as not Altuve Astros in 2017.
And he left the Astros not long after that, so he doesn't have the like string of continuous ALCS appearances to say, okay, it wasn't that made you a good player, whatever. But also, he's one of the ones, if I'm not mistaken, that's been most egregious as far as like, yeah, we did it, and I'm not sorry. No.
Yeah, I think by the time it comes to voting, that won't matter. I'll be honest. I think the cheating scandal as a whole was really overrated. Oh, they're stealing signs. Yeah, man. Grass is green and the sun came up. Like,
still got to hit
snooze, you lose. Yeah. The other thing with Correa, dude, we're looking at a 133 WRC plus and 360 plate appearances in the playoffs. He is a god in the playoffs.
130 is a god
for being a playoff hitter. If you're WRC,
and as a solid defensive shortstop,
sure.
130 is probably right where Jeter is, and Jeter was a bad defensive shortstop.
Correa's triple slash in the playoffs is 282, 352, 508.
Yeah, that's for an 860
that's
OPS.
An 860 OPS.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
Man. That's a bad man.
I'm just giving a little devil's advocate here.
No, that's fine. Well, that's a good point to bring up. I mean, I think it will prevent him from getting in earlier than he should, but I do not think it will be a reason for.
I don't think it'll be super detrimental to his case.
We're going to have the same conversation that we've been having for the last 5 to 10 years about steroid offenders being in the Hall of Fame when it comes time to say, okay, these are like certified sign stealing guys, but actually everyone was doing it, so it's not that bad. It's going to be the same discussion 20 years later.
Yeah. Rangers, Scherzer.
Yeah, respect. No, just kidding. Corey Seager.
Seager, I do think will get in, but I don't think he's going to be anywhere near as sure thing as Scherzer is.
Corey Seager is like a 10th ballot Hall of Fame guy because he can't stay healthy.
Scherzer is my heterochromatic king.
100%.
Nationals has a star. Keber Ruiz.
Oh,
Mackenzie Gore.
James Wood.
Oh, Patrick Corbin, dude.
Patrick Q. Orban.
The
star represents how much of a patriot he is.
Jesus Christ.
Dylan Cruz, James Wood, one of those.
Neither had debuted yet.
Not
CJ Abrams. Let's go gambling. Let's go gambling.
It is him.
Dude, I'm sorry. We need to mention it again. 8 a.m. Yeah, let's 8 a.m.
I will
1
also
p.m. first pitch. 8 a.m.
1-800 gambling. If you have
1-800 gambler.
Put the clip of me. 1-800 gambler.
I was recently at the Valley Casino in Chicago. The Valley Casino in question. It ain't all that.
Had the witness history, dude.
Went back to the scene of the crime.
Rudy, dude, you know what'd be so funny? That casino, whatever chair that they took that picture of him in looking dead tired, I would have encased that shit. No one's ever sitting in that chair again. Here we had a man who gambled for 12 hours. That's the other thing. He didn't even have a big contract. He's out there for
he's making 500. Yeah. Cardinals, Goldie
or Arenado. I mean, both are even.
Well, you have two options and you got the right one.
Great. Yeah. Well, it's both.
I was just thinking because Goldie's going to retire first, so he'll probably get in first.
That's exactly why he's here over Arenado.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Make sure you follow us, Diamond Digest. One word here. We're Diamond_Digest on Twitter, Diamond.Digest on Instagram. If you're feeling pretty professional, you can add us on LinkedIn. If you want to go to Peyton's house, his home address. No. Make sure you head to our website, Diamond-Digest. That's where you're going to see all of our lovely articles. You can buy our merch so you can look even more beautiful than you already do. Don't forget to tell Peyton that he looks really handsome. And I love you all. We'll be producing some off-season content, some fantasy stuff. Good night, boys. Peace.
See ya.